Can you naturalize if you've committed a crime involving moral turpitude? My name's Erick Widman. I'm an immigration lawyer. And right off the bat, I want to say that this area of law, crimes involving moral turpitude, is rather complex. And so the likely answer, the type of information we can give you about this area is a big maybe. Your situation, of course, should be checked out so that the facts of your case are analyzed with the help of an immigration lawyer, ideally. But here's some general information, a framework for you to think through, some issues to spot as we're taught about in law school. So one of the things that you should first look into is whether the crime that you committed or were convicted of was actually a crime involving moral turpitude or not. It might not have been. Individual judges are deciding, was this crime a crime involving moral turpitude or not? It's really complex, and the law changes. So you have to see if that crime was determined to be involving moral turpitude or not for the jurisdiction that you were in at that point. In addition, there are some exceptions. Even if it was a crime involving moral turpitude, there's a petty offense exception. And so if you were able to meet the criteria of this petty offense exception, the amount of parole, the jail time, the amount of time you actually spent in jail or on parole, you might qualify to naturalize because it fits under this petty offense exception. There's also a juvenile exception that you want to look into. So if you were young when it happened, that's a good thing too. Then in addition, for naturalization purposes, you have to keep in mind that there is a statutory good moral character period. And so to naturalize, they look back 5 years for most people, unless you're married to a US citizen, and then it's a 3-year statutory period of good moral character. And that's the period that you have to focus upon in order to determine if you're eligible to nats, as they say, to naturalize. So those are some general issues to keep in mind. Look into it in depth. Definitely get some legal advice on this topic.